Every year we try to choose a social message play. First year we were here, we started off with the Laramie Project, which dealt with gay action. The second year we did a play called The Boys Next Door, which was about handicapped, the plight of the handicapped, mentally handicapped. And last year we did the play about Anne Frank and her friends, and that was about, to talk about the Holocaust and that. So this year we were looking for a message. I talked with the principal, and we knew we were going to do sort of a bullying initiative this year, because bullying is a hot topic across the country. So I was looking for a play specifically about bullying, which doesn't exist. So I hunted around, and this play does have that bullying aspect to it. It's based on a true story of a student in Thurston High School in Springfield, Oregon, who was 15 and went into his school and shot up the cafeteria during the honors breakfast. And the previous night he had murdered his parents. He was 15, so a lot of the storyline you hear, Josh's character is based on this young man named Kip Kinkle. So we did a lot of research on Kip.
Well, the younger ones were actually more well-behaved during the show. They didn't really talk as much. I think they're a little bit intimidated. The seniors and juniors are much more bold to act out. But from the people I've talked to, they really enjoyed it. I talked to a few people who were pretty shaken up by it afterwards, who didn't really know what to expect when they walked in. But especially the teachers really enjoyed it. And the younger kids, I think it really got through to them. Because it's different when learning something in a textbook and then seeing it up on the stage and being able to put a face in it.
I think it's definitely made me think a lot about what I'm saying to other people, especially in the news today when you see things about all the kids getting bullied and, committing suicide because of this bullying and just the terrible effects of bullying. I really am consciously thinking about, am I saying something that is going to affect this person? Because I don't know what's going on in that person's head. I don't know if they have a mental illness like Josh and people did. I don't know if they have something going on at home that I might not be aware of and the effects of what I'm saying.
I had to do a lot of research to get into Josh's head. All his life, he didn't think that he was good enough for anyone. He was dyslexic, and he had an older sister who was perfect at everything, and she went to Hawaii on a cheerleading scholarship. And his parents were both Spanish teachers, so they were always really hard on him. And he never really felt that he was good enough for anyone. And then he was also schizophrenic and a gun fanatic, which is a bad combo. And then one day he bought a gun at school, and then he got expelled. And then his girlfriend had broken up with him a couple weeks before, and it was just all these events that built up, and in his mind, he thought that he had no other option. He felt that his parents were so disappointed in him. He had a lot of conflicts with his dad, and so his dad and him got into a fight. He murdered his dad. His mom came home, and he was too ashamed to face her, so he murdered her too. And then he had no idea what to do. He stayed up all night, and then went to his school, and he wanted to do what is called suicide by a cop. And he went to school with all his guns, and he shot up his cafeteria. And when he was trying to reload, a bunch of students jumped him and got the guns away from him, and he was just screaming, "Kill me, kill me, kill me." And he wanted to die, but he was too scared to do it himself.
And that's your mother, what he asked is, how did you get into the role? How did you get that's pretty far away from what you know. So
Yeah.
how did you get your head into that role? I'd like to know.
What really helped was his confession on YouTube. And he is just sobbing, and he screams, "I hate these voices in my head."
That's how it is. Under the earth.
In the dark.
Why'd you smile when you killed us? I'm just a friendly guy.
And Eric sort of has that everyman quality about him, that he could be, he just looks like that kid that in math class, or the kid from gym class, and I really like that about him, his portrayal of this. He wasn't sort of overly dramatic or over the top, and he was just sort of this person that you could see doing that, and to see as someone who's like that everyman to do something like this, and I think that's what made him so effective. So, yeah, absolutely. When they first did the play, it was about a year after the shootings at the high school. They did it at the high school. Many of the cast members who were in the show were victims of Kip. They had been wounded by Kip in the cafeteria. Or they like to call themselves the Fab Five. They sort of represent each sort of facet of a high school kid. There's the football player, there's the smart kid, there's the every girl, the best friend.
I think it's just to notice the signs. I mean, Kip Tinkle's parents, they were the age gap was actually quite large. They were much, much older than him. And they had seen what was happening. He had gotten into the bad part of school, he'd been suspended, and he was seeing a psychiatrist and had him on medication. And it got to a point where Kip said, I'm starting to feel better, I think I'm better. And they were so adamant about making sure that their son was better. They said, great, you're cured, I'm so excited, fine, we're taking you off the medication. And that's where it really started to go downhill. So I think it's just you need to address the problems and accept them, just